Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are already subscribed, guys, welcome back to yet another video. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. And if you guys are new here, my name is Bre Jahmella and I welcome you to my channel. This channel is everything lifestyle advice, vlogging, beauty, fashion, and if that's what you're interested in, please make sure you press that subscribe button and you turn on your bell notifications. You don't want to miss out. Okay, we going only up from here. 2022 has started off so strong when it comes to this channel. Thank you guys so much for all the subscribes. Thank you for all the likes, the comments, the shares. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram already, please make sure you follow my Instagram handle. I will drop it here below. It's Bre_Jahmella. So make sure you follow that. As you can see from today's title, we are talking about why men benefit from marriage more than women do. Let's just get right into it because clearly you want to hear what I had to say. So let's go.
Wind it up all night, baby, take your time. Let me know I want.
So first thing I want to say off the bat, this is not any type of hate video towards men or anything like that. This is literally a video to just show that men really do benefit from marriage more than women do, even though we're naturally the ones who always want marriage first. So I wrote down some points here, so bear with me if I'm looking down and reading because I really want to get everything across. So one of the main things that I want to bring to attention, women are natural nurturers. That's embedded in us from a young age. We are natural nurturers. So what we tend to do is pile on our problems, including other people's problems, on top of our problems, and not really having an outlet to, I guess you could say, you know, burden your problems with. Now, even if you're married or not, you know, it's really hard for women to, you know, like put all their emotions and burdens on other people. That's just something that a lot of women do not like to do, myself included. So a lot of times we tend to bottle up our own feelings and our own stresses and our own, you know, scenarios, but we're taking on other people's problems as well. And that's truly not a healthy thing. So one thing for sure, men benefiting from marriage is men are healthier. They live longer. That is a statistic shown. Men live longer when they are married. Because like I said, women are natural nurturers. We will always take care of you. There are women that will always make the joke, well, what if I'm sick? What you gonna do? And there's a lot of men that literally don't know what to do if their wives or girlfriends are sick. They're oblivious, you know what I mean? So women are natural nurturers, so we automatically give that care that we need to give to our husbands because we treat them like children. Realistically, women usually have a higher chance of becoming sick or becoming ill, like I said, because they're taking on so much stress and they don't have a release for the stress because they don't want to burden anybody with their problems. So women end up getting sick quicker and usually dying quicker. Sad but true. So statistics have shown that single women live happier and longer lives. Studies prove to show that men are the ones that puts the stress on women. Women who are single or just are having just regular relationships, they are likely to have more success, more a happy life, more healthier, all of these things these women have because they have less stress of taking on someone else's burden, even if they're just in a relationship, okay? Because they know at the end of the day, they don't have to pour everything into that person because they are still an individual person. A lot of women, when they become married, they lose their identity and it becomes everything is we, and it tends to literally kill them, and slowly at that. Another study came, and this one literally blew my mind, that over 50,000 women alone die from domestic abuse from their husbands. Drops mic. Mind-blowing. It's crazy that that's even a thing, but like, women are literally dying by the hands of their partners, and they're usually married. Like, it's crazy, but there's a statistic that's shown that women live longer without significant others. I didn't say don't shoot the messenger. Another thing I want to bring up is women guide men to take care of their problems and neglect themselves. So they guide men with the things that they have issues with, right? And help men, you know, get out of situations and, you know, help them with money and all type of things I've seen women myself do for their significant others. But when the roles are reversed, it's like a lot of men cannot give their women or their wives that. They cannot do it. They don't know how. Like, and that's why I've never understood the ideology of men who do not protect their wives. You know, you only have to do 3 P's. I've said this in another video. Provide, protect, and profess. No Steve Harvey. If you're not doing all 3, what are you doing? So I feel like, you know, men definitely benefit more from it because a woman expunges everything she has to make sure you are good. When we think about it from a logical standpoint, you have to think about it. A lot of women, myself included, were brought up to cook, clean, you know, nurture and all of these things. We were brought up that way. Men weren't brought up that way. Men were brought up, most of them, to go out and go get that cash. You know what I mean? They weren't brought up the way we were. So we naturally just take on all those responsibilities in general. And a lot of women never ask for help. They never say, hey, I need you to wash some dishes. Hey, I need you to take out the garbage. Hey, I need you to do these things because I can't do everything myself. A lot of women are like, no, I can handle it. And really and truly, it's killing them slowly because they do not ask for help. And ladies, if you are married or thinking about getting married, just really think, is this person worth it? You know, you're giving up a lot to be married, and I just feel like a lot of people don't realize, like, you kind of lose your identity in a sense. Not completely, most women, but sometimes you really do lose your identity because you're so focused on another person and their growth and their well-being that a lot of times you forget all about you. So you have to think about it. Like, back in the day, women, what we did was take care of the household, have children, and, you know, just make sure our husbands were good. But we're living in a day and age where a lot of men, and I'm not saying all, but a lot of men, they want their women to go out there and work, bring home the money, you know, y'all split and bill 50-50, you're still taking care of the children, you're still taking care of the household, and all he's doing is maybe have a job. Like, you're putting too much pressure on you. I always respect women who have a household where the husbands or the boyfriends or whatever the case may be do the work as well. They help take care of the children. They help do the laundry. They help cook the meals. Everything is not placed on the woman in the relationship. And a lot of times, I'm telling you, women don't ask for help. So because they don't ask for help, you get overwhelmed, you get burdened with so much problems and every person dragging you from left to right that you're slowly killing yourself and you don't even realize. It's funny because I talk about this a lot. A lot of women's goal in life is to be a married woman. To me, I don't feel like getting married is an accomplishment. Yay if you do. I don't see it as an accomplishment. Even if I got married, I don't see it as an accomplishment. It's just another journey in my life. It's just another you know, area of my life that I'm going through. I don't find it as something that I aim to be. When I write my goals down, marriage is not one of them. Children is not one of them. Not because I'm against it, not because it's something that I don't ever want. It's just not a top priority. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a lot of women's priority, to be married and to have children. And that's just not it for me. I feel like life has so much more to offer me besides that. Personal opinion, you may agree, you might not. I don't really care, but that's just my opinion on how I feel about it. So I realize a lot of women, you know, that's their goals, but you end up turning out because you wanted to be married so much. You end up marrying a narcissist. You end up marrying a man who, it's all about self. It's all about him. And because it's all about him, you end up, you know, deteriorating over time because you didn't marry someone that can pour into you the same way you can pour into them. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street, and you need a partner that, you know, in the end of it, your marriage will benefit both of y'all, not just one party. Also, I've actually found the statistics, 70% of divorces are initiated by women, okay? Right? So it's funny that we look at that because when we look at celebrities and other public figures, most of the women are the ones that file for divorce. And you think about it, you're like, wow. And it's not always about infidelity. Sometimes you just have a really crappy partner. Like a really crappy partner that literally does not help you. Does not bring that joy and happy and peace into your life, and you thought they would, and they really don't. That's why I keep saying women do not benefit from marriage, because women are the ones that are divorcing these men. Women are the ones that are just leaving these men, or women are dying by the hands of these men. So how is it that we are benefiting from marriage? Yet a lot of men say, but women want marriage. Yeah, but not to die. Not to be stressed out and be looking at a crappy mess. Hell no. So to give you guys some real backstory on what I wrote down, I did write down men usually become more healthier when they're married because they have a home cooked meal, most men, and their wives sometimes are like really care about health. So you're eating better, you're probably losing weight. Most men, they go back to school and get a higher degree. They have the support of their wives, of course. Men who are married just benefit more, right? Because you have somebody that's literally taking care of you. It's like you have your mother all over again. It's very, very weird. It's weird, but that's exactly what it is. It's like you have your mother all over again, but you're a grown-ass man and you get to sleep with this person. It's weird. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. Men also have higher IQ. More men that are married have a higher IQ. It's not saying that women are, it says men, they have a higher IQ that are married because they invest more into themselves at this point because they already have somebody that can do everything they need them to do. Also, another great reason why men benefit from marriage. Women have a tendency to have rainy day funds, emergency funds. They always know they can go to their wives for that extra ching ching because 9 times out of 10, their wives have a rainy day fund, okay? Not every woman, some of y'all, you ain't work on that, but a lot of women have rainy day funds as just in case. And a lot of men, they know their wives are smart with money. Oh, sorry. They know their wives are smart with money and they know they could come to them and say, hey, I need help. So that's another reason why a lot of men do not have that much pressure on them because women literally think of and take care of every single freaking thing. Literally every freaking thing. Okay guys, so I want to insert these 2 pictures here, and it basically says, the first picture says, don't. Marriage is a sexist, patriarchal structure that overwhelmingly benefits men and disadvantages women. Married men earn more and live longer as a result of the unpaid domestic labor women are expected to perform for them. Okay, so that's housework, taking care of your children, just regular everyday life. Conversely, unmarried women live longer, earn more, and report greater happiness. Okay? Research additionally shows while the higher man's IQs, the more likely he is to marry. Okay? For women, the exact opposite is true. So that's basically saying women with a higher IQ, they ain't get married. And then I look at women like Oprah. She said no love. It's cute, but no. You know what I mean? So I'm some in the back of my head thinking about it like, I don't know. Okay guys, so the second thing I want to bring up was women from a young age are conditioned to want to be married. Like I said before, we already spoke about this. We are conditioned to want to be married. And it's very rare you come across a woman who's like, I don't want to be married, or I don't care if I do or I don't. And it says women learn and are conditioned to be a good wife, mother, and caretaker from a very young age. Men are taught to be themselves. Keywords, themselves. That is it. And marriage seems to just show up for them. You hear that? I'm gonna read that over because y'all hear me. Men are taught to be themselves, and marriage seems to just show up for them. Talk about it. But we are raised to be wives, and they're not raised to be husbands. That's what's wrong with this damn generation now, child. I have never heard a straight 30-year-old man cry out to me how he cannot find the one. Women seem to be an item a straight man can obtain whenever he feels ready to settle down. Whether that be at 20, 30, or 60, the game is stacked in his favor. Now, when I read this, it triggered me. Because I thought about it, I'm like, I know me, I would never propose to a man. That's just something I'm not gonna do. So because I wouldn't propose to a man, you'd have to wait for a man to propose to you. And a lot of men, they're not proposing to you until like they're old. They ain't got nobody to lean on. They rusty and tusty and dusty, you know, and they, you know, fishing for something. And they're like, yeah, she's here, I'm gonna do this. Why not? Why the hell not? You know what I mean? And I feel like I said, y'all, a lot of men, you know, want to get married. A lot of men only want to get married to have someone take care of them. A support system. A lot of men are not getting married to pour into a woman the same way a woman is pouring into them. They're not doing that. And I actually seen it, heard it, seen like all of it. We've seen it. Now my last point for this video, I want to read something that Marcus Black posted. I love me some Marcus Black. He was on Love and Hip Hop. I love that chocolate man, child. Ooh, child. If I was to ever go back to that side, the chocolate man and Marcus Black. Ooh, child. Beautiful man. Brooke Valentine, you a lucky woman. Child, I'll take you too. But, sorry. So basically what Marcus Black wrote was, marriage is not for everyone. Sustaining a marriage is one of the hardest things you'll ever do in life. That's why so many of them fail. I'm just saying, we've been talking about it this whole video. Y'all know I encourage people to stay single and focus on themselves as long as possible. The reason I stress this is because it takes two whole, secure, and self-aware people to make a marriage not only work, but flourish. And I look at it and I'm like, a lot of women, y'all in that boxing ring alone, child. Your partner ain't even showing up. It's a difference if you know you in a marriage and you know you in the boxing ring. You know, we're just gonna say your marriage is the boxing ring, right? And you show up and you ready, you Muhammad Ali in it out there, right? And your partner won't even step in the ring. And a lot of y'all, that's the marriages y'all are in. Your partner won't even step in the ring. You in there fighting by yourself. No ma'am. Anyway, he said, let me be clear. Marriage only works in first place. Some of y'all not ready to hear this. Ooh, child. Talk about this in detail. Well, he's talking about that in his book. In order to have a healthy, harmonious relationship, you have to put the relationship before work, friends, hobbies, and even the kids. If you and your partner aren't on the same page, it can damage every other area of your life. But on the flip side, when you and your partner are in a healthy space, it adds value to every other area of your life, okay? With that being said, it's your responsibility to get the information needed to have a healthy, sustainable relationship. But unfortunately, many people aren't willing to do so, right? And I think about that, what Marcus Black wrote, and I'm gonna end it with this last point, is because a lot of times, because women want marriage so much, you don't realize how much you're giving up. You're literally going into a situation where you are now the mother of a grown-ass human being, okay? And a lot of women don't realize that. You are the mother of a grown human being. I personally always wanted to get married when I was younger. Always wanted to get married. I was like, I gotta get married, I gotta have a child, blah, blah. And I was like, I realized the older I get, the further I drift away from that, you know, dynamic. And it's not because I hate men or I just, you know, can't find nobody. It's none of that. It's literally on a me scale. Like, do I want to give up everything for another human being? it's a lot of sacrifice, it's a lot of compromise, it's a lot of, you know, things that you have to go through and deal with one person for the rest of your life. And like I said, if you in the ring, Muhammad Ali in it, and your partner not even stepping in the ring, child, forget stepping in the ring, he's not even showing up to the arena, you have a problem. And a lot of people, especially in this generation, y'all getting married and your partner won't even step into the arena. Forget the ring. They ain't even showing up to the damn arena. You know what I mean? And I feel like you cannot make a marriage work by yourself. And a lot of women, y'all fight so hard to make a marriage work that you forget you need help as well. You need support, you need love, you need, you know, somebody to lay your burdens on. And I'm not bashing marriage, guys. That's not something I'm doing, because I believe marriage is a beautiful thing, it's a wonderful thing. But I just feel like with statistics showing it, men benefit better from it. Y'all make more money, you live longer, you get me, you have somebody take care of you for the rest of your fucking life. You know what I mean? You can sleep with that person. It's like you have your mother all over again, but better, because you can sleep with them. And that's just the way I view it now. And it's sad, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing happy, healthy, successful marriages. I'm seeing men take advantage of women that really want to be married, and now these women are miserable or they're unhappy, and you're slowly dying inside and you don't even realize it. You think you're happy. You're not happy. It's sad, but it's true. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into that video. I know it was a bit much, but I really like this topic. You know, I really like it, and I just feel like, you know, a lot of times we don't talk about stuff like that. We don't talk about the effects of what we choose to do in this life may have on us, you know. And I never really knew that it was that bad. I didn't know statistics were that bad. I actually was like, wow, men actually live longer because they are married. Very interesting. And it's crazy because when you see men die at an older age or even younger age, you see a lot of men die. It's funny because if you ask them were they married, nope. And I thought about that the other day. I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know if you guys seen Love is Blind. If you have watched the show, the second season, I love that show. But the guy who got married on the show, his name is Jared, and he went through this horrific experience, you know, and it was just so sad to see it. And I'll never forget what he said. He was like, when he looked around the room, he saw no one. He had no one that was there for him. He was like 30 years old. And it was one of the reasons he said he wanted to be married. And I thought about it and I was just like, huh. Before that, you didn't think to get married, but that moment made you want to get married. Huh. That moment right there is what made you say, I should get married. It's time that I settle down. Something horrific has to happen to you. And that's a lot of men. Something horrific has to happen to them for them to say, yeah, I'm settling down. I'm not going to be out here in these streets. You know, but teach his own child. But anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share. You know, it's your girl, Bre Jahmella, and I will see you guys next week.
You know you are a jam jam.